Thank you for the past 4 years. Playing on this team has been absolutely fantastic, and I wouldn't have traded it for the world. The teammates and the coaches have just made this an unforgettable experience, and thank you to my parents for coming to every game for the past basically 15 years. It means a lot, and I love you guys. Thank you.
First off, I'd like to start by congratulating you for surviving 4 years of Cardinal Gibbons softball. And I know I always say this, but you truly are my idol, and I've been your biggest fan since the 6th grade. I blame you for the TFS Magdalen rivalry. Actually, to be exact, you struck me out 5 times when we played. By the 6th game, your coach must have felt bad, so he didn't even have you pitch. I remember being so happy to find out that I had somewhat of a chance of actually getting on base, but my excitement quickly left when I hit it to third, and you happened to be there. My freshman year and your sophomore year, I was so nervous about playing for Gibbons. At the first practice, you introduced yourself and asked me about Becca Jones. Thank you for being so welcoming. To say that year was an adventure is an understatement. And the moment, playing softball seemed like the worst experience ever, but at least we can look back and laugh about how dumb we must have looked. For example, when we had to run around the track with our batting helmets on, or when we had to do 50 yards worth of piggyback rides, drop to the ground, crab walk for 10 yards, and then do the wheelbarrow all the way back to the field goal. This dreadful year was also the year I almost accidentally killed you with the medicine ball during the Indian run. I'd like to formally apologize for throwing the 20-pound medicine ball and knocking the wind out of you. And sorry for just apologizing, but don't worry, I already have a compliment in mind for our next practice. Your junior year wasn't nearly as embarrassing or painful. Other than that, your wrist was still healing and I got nailed in the forehead. My favorite 2016-2017 memory was when you forgot softball pants for the away game. We ended up trading pants in the Harris Teeter grocery store parking lot. The first thing Coach White asked me when I got out of the bus was why I was in my underwear. This year has been my favorite year so far. I love catching for you, and I love our pregame gossip sessions. Thank you so much for putting up with me and for being there for the last 3 years. And thank you for being so patient with my catching. Sorry I set up on the wrong side for the first 2 games, and hopefully for our last game I'll be able to catch at least one of your change-ups. Your change-ups are so good, not only do they fool the batter, but they also fool your own catcher. Next year will be a year full of success at UVA. Not only will you excel in softball, but in your everyday life and school. You're one of the smartest people I know, super caring and incredibly humble. I can't wait to see what great things the future holds for you. Next year I'll make sure to continue the iconic Claire glove flip and knocking on wood to ensure strikeouts. I'll miss you so much, but don't worry, I'll be sure to come to the Duke UVA games and embarrass you in the stands. Good luck at UVA, and thank you so much for being the best role model I could ask for.
Okay, I just want to thank my family for coming to my games all these years, basically since I was 5, especially my dad, who's been a great coach and mentor to me. I also like to thank my Gibbons teams over the years and all my coaches for getting me to how I am today. So thanks, guys.
Dear Sarah, I can't believe it's already your senior night. I remember the day that we were told you made the varsity softball team your freshman year. And 4 years of high school later, full of dedication, hard work, casts, and surgery, we stand here today honoring you and the rest of the seniors for their contribution to the softball team throughout the years, as well as celebrating everyone's next step in life. Out of the 8 years that I have known you, you have always been passionate about the game. You have left an impact on my life, not just as my teammate, but also as one of my best friends. Most of my happiest memories include you in them, like swimming with the dolphins and playing basketball in the rain. You were never down and or up for anything. I know I can always count on you for advice, even if my problems are minor. I still can't believe this will be the last home high school game I will play beside you. I still remember our first high school softball tournament together and the picture my mom took of us side by side. You were always ready to dive in, literally right into practice or a game, even if it meant you would have to pitch 5 full games in one day. You never let anything stop you from playing, even if it meant finishing the game with a concussion. I can speak for everyone when I say that you have been a role model and an inspiration to all of us. You never let anyone feel left out, making us all feel like a family. Your dedication to the game inspires me to be a better player. You have a personality that shines and has an impact on everyone around you. Even if we are losing 15-5, you keep your head up and keep cheering everyone on like we're about to make the biggest comeback in the history of comebacks. That drive will take you far in life. Despite the late nights when you were swamped with homework, you always came to practice the next day without complaining, ready to go. These are just a couple of the qualities that make you a great leader and a captain. We all want to thank you for your dedication and commitment to this team, giving up your free time to make this program better. Thank you for not only believing in me, but yourself, your many teammates over the years, and as well as your coaching staff. You believed in every one of us when we didn't have the confidence that we were going to hit the ball. Before you would go up to bat, I could just tell when you were going to get a hit because of the confidence in your face, and you believed in your coaches when you listened to the calls they made. Thank you for struggling through the failures and mistakes we have made in a sport and not giving up when most of us wouldn't have the mindset to continue. I'll miss the counting of how many times a game your pants unbutton and the faces we make when an umpire makes a messed up call or calls a strike a ball. I'll miss the pigging out on sea salt and vinegar chips in the back seat during our long drives to our family vacations. I'll miss the times that we managed to match at practice without even planning it. I'll miss the goofy pictures we take and our family dinners at Lois Trace McGee's, and most of all, I will miss us running to one another after we win a game after a long, hard ITB. As you approach the end of your senior year, the year full of tears and facing fears, as you step into the life of adulthood, I just want you to remember every single girl on this team is here for you no matter what. And as you move on to your new page in life as a Phoenix, remember that you always have a home here at Gibbons and with the softball team as a Crusader. We love you and we wish you good luck as you continue on this journey of life. You have fought the good fight, you have finished the race, and you have kept the faith. It was a pleasure and an honor to be able to play alongside you over these past 8 years. We love you and we hope that Elon will be the next best chapter of your life. Don't forget that the Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. We love you.
Looking back and thinking about softball the past 4 years, I want to thank my teammates for always being there and always on and off the field being my friends. My parents for always coming to all my games and sending me to camps and driving me to practices and tournaments and stuff. And I want to thank the great coaches we've had over the 4 years who've always been there to help us and to see us grow as people and as players.
I met Liz when I was in first grade. We went to St. Michael's together and played on the same softball team. It was kind of weird because she was a year older than me and we didn't talk at school because I was scared of her. But every day at practice we would throw together and be normal teammates. We both ended up quitting, but I would still see her at school and St. Michael's basketball games. It was always fun remembering our times at St. Michael's. That was 10 years ago, and now you're a senior getting ready to leave. It's really weird to think about not going to the same school with you. I'm glad I got to play softball with you for these past years, and they have allowed me to call you my friend. I don't know what I'm going to do without you next year. Even though I couldn't play last year, you always made me feel included and made fun of my ACL. I'm going to miss our walks after practice to the parking lots and yelling about how far away our cars are. And I'll miss having someone to be late with to practice. I'll even miss you yelling at me every day for being stupid. Good luck in college next year, and I'll miss you, Liz.
Hi, I'd like to thank my mom for supporting me through yet another sport. I think it's at 17 now. I'd like to thank my brothers for making fun of me for playing another sport, including really hilarious comments when I pitched in both 2 innings of a game. It felt like an entire game to me. I'd like to thank the fence in the dugout for always holding me up, and the poles in the dugout for really being there to support me. And I'd like to thank my teammates for laughing at my really bad jokes and putting up with me for 2 years. And I'd like to thank my coaches for just allowing me to go out there and have fun, even though I don't have a lot of experience.
Dear Todd, I can't believe how fast this season has flown by. It's hard to think that in just 1 week, I won't be able to hear any of your stupid jokes during practice or see those things that you like to call dance moves during warm-ups. While I've only known you for 2 years, I've felt as though I've known you forever. I don't know who's going to be my weight buddy with Mr. Cornelius next year. Either way, it won't be the same without you. I might actually have to do the whole workout. Thank you so much for practically being the mom of the team, from cheering us on as loud as you can, to making sure that we all stay hydrated in the stupid 100-degree weather. But for me personally, thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for helping me if I do something wrong and comforting me after games when I'm hard on myself. You always encourage me and help me to be the best I can. I don't know what we're going to do without you next year, but I hope UNCW knows what they're getting into. I wish you the best of luck at college. You're going to make a great nurse. Please come and visit us next year. Love you, Todd.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sophie. I want to thank my parents and my brothers for coming to my games, and my friends and my neurologist for always keeping my head safe. But I want to thank the school and the coaches that have taught me everything I know.
Dear Sophie, it's hard to believe 2 years with you has gone by this fast. I can never thank you enough for everything you've done for me. You let me sit with you and Todd when I was struggling to find good friends. You've always had my back and been there for me no matter what. These are a few of many examples I could give to exemplify your amazing character. You're truly one of a kind. You're beautiful, funny, caring, charismatic, and never fail to make anyone smile. I know I haven't known you as long as the other girls on the team may have, but I'm so glad we became close. You have a lot in store for your future as you graduate. I support you with all my heart and can't wait to see how even more amazing you become. I'll miss you so much next year. Please don't be afraid to come back and see us. We love you, Soph. Make sure you watch the head.
Tonight we are victorious, champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. It hurts until it stops. We will love until it's not. I'm a killing spree in white. Eyes like broken Christmas lights. My touch is black and poisonous, and nothing like my punch. Drunk kiss, I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright. I'm like a scarf, trinkets all up the sleeve. I taste like magic, waves that swallow quick and deep. Through the bait, catch the shark, bleed the water red. 50 words for murder, and I'm every one of them. My touch is black and poisonous, and nothing like my punch. Drunk kiss, I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Tonight we are victorious, champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Tonight we are victorious, champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright.
Cardinal Gibbons would like to say thank you and oh wow, welcome. Cardinal Gibbons.
Wait, no.
Okay. All right.
Now I'm nervous. Like, this is so awkward. Okay. Oh no, I hate this. Wait, do I look really awkward right now?
No.
Gibbon softball says.
On 3, 2, 1.
Gibbon softball says.
And then, and wait, so we go like this, and then you. This is how. What up?
Please, please.
Wait.
That is. What a beautiful.
Backed up.
Beautiful. It's on to go to.
Should I start?
Whenever you're ready.
Is it recording?
I know.